Hey guys, what is going on? Joel here, and welcome to Back in the Day. Yes, I am back. First off, once again with the obligatory apologies about the hiatus in between videos. I hate to do it because it does sound so cliche and it's always my excuse, but it's just work and life have been very crazy the past few weeks since my last video. I've been working a lot of overtime. I had my shift changed because I was doing some training. But now I'm back to the normal shift that I've been working on. So things are gonna kind of start going back to normal, and I wanted to get some videos done. So yeah, what better way than to jump into Final Fight? This one is I don't want to say it was a response, but I had been mulling around the idea of which game that I wanted to unbox next. And Ron Man Gaming had done a review of Mighty Final Fight, and that got me thinking about Final Fight in general, and just really the long road of memories that I had with this game, even before the Super Nintendo version. So I don't remember exactly when this game was released. I don't know if it was like late 1989 or... I remember the first time I really remember playing Final Fight was the arcade machine. There was it was a local pizza shop in Waterloo that... So, like, let me set the story up. It was maybe late October, early November of 1990. I was in 7th grade, and I had gone to a middle school dance. And like I had said before, I went to when I went to 7th grade, I went to a Catholic school. So much smaller. I mean, like the entire 7th grade class was literally like maybe 18, 19 kids. So it wasn't like a huge dance. It was, just a handful of kids that was at this dance. Well, anyways, towards the end of the dance, a bunch of us had decided that we were going to walk down to Palermo's, this pizza joint, and we were going to get pizza, which, was kind of stupid because they had pizza at the dance. They had pizza from Palermo's actually delivered, and they were selling it for I think it was like 50 cents a slice or something to that effect. But, you're the 12, 13-year-old kid, and you've got a little bit of freedom, and your curfew is 10 o'clock, so, hey, let's go downtown to get pizza. So it was kind of an exciting thing because it was, your parents letting you have some of that, giving you the responsibility of being responsible, I guess is the only way I can put it, but, giving you that freedom. So we went down, and myself and another kid, we never bought pizza. I think it was like $5 or $6 I had total. And every last cent of that went into the Final Fight arcade machine. And from that moment, I was hooked. I absolutely loved Final Fight. Now, I mean, I'd had some experience with beat-em-ups before as well. Double Dragon being probably the earliest that I can remember of an arcade beat-em-up. I remember, I think at the time I had also played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the arcade, but that was so hard to even get a spot on because it was, at the time, it was so popular there was always a line, so you couldn't get a spot on it. And I think the Simpsons arcade game was out at the same time as well, but I remember playing it, but I don't remember if it was 1991 or if it was 1990. But either way, Final Fight was a very easily accessible game. It was popular, but not so popular that it had a line. So from that moment on, it became my absolute just favorite arcade game / beat 'em up. And to this day, it's still... I have such a hard time deciding between this and Turtles in Time for Super Nintendo beat 'em ups, but I think ultimately because of nostalgia, I don't know, man. It's still so hard. I do love Final Fight, and it's such an awesome, almost identical port from the arcade. Obviously, with the main differences being it's not a two-player co-op, and Guy is missing. Which, for me at the time, I didn't care because I didn't like Guy. My favorite was Hager. I loved Hager, just his brute strength and the muscle upon muscle, and he was my go-to guy. So Had a lot of great memories playing this, both in the arcade and when it was released. Hard to believe, almost 30 years ago. Here, literally in the next couple of months, because I recall this was it was very close to being one of the launch titles for the Super Nintendo in 1991. So, a lot of great memories with this game. I just, like I said, I love it, and it's almost, damn near a perfect port of the arcade. Because I remember the Christmas of 1991, Mike Keebler had come over to my house, and he got this for Christmas. And he was not a beat 'em up person. He didn't like. And I remember that Christmas just watching. He was playing Final Fantasy II, and I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for him to be done so that I could play Final Fight. But my love affair with Final Fantasy II, that's another story for another day. So let's go ahead and unbox and see what we've got in here. All right. So, obviously here we have the cart, the dust cover. The cart's very clean. Very nice shape. We have a Nintendo Power advert, which I know this is not supposed to be in this because Final Fight was released before the whole Super Power Club and these ads. But I mean, hey, it's an insert nonetheless, and I'll take it. And then the instruction manual. A special message from Capcom. Thank you for selecting the exciting and action-packed Final Fight. Jill Morisi, Vice President of Capcom USA. Hard to believe that the Super Nintendo, it's the 30th anniversary of the Super Nintendo here. It's pretty soon, the next week or two, I believe, when it was August 10th? 15th or something, it was when it was released in the United States, 1991. What a summer that was. Basic controls. Profile of Hager, age 46. So I'm almost the same age as Mike Hager when he had his adventures in Metro City. The one thing that I liked about Final Fight as well that I didn't realize until I got much older and really got into heavy metal was the metal punk rock connection there really is to Metro City, or I'm sorry, but to the game itself. I mean, if you look here, for example, okay, obviously. Thrasher, I do know because of censorship, they had to rename some of the characters. But I mean, obviously you've got Thrasher, and in the game, or the arcade version, he was the Damned or Damned. I mean, and that was the Damned were I believe a punk band. Thrasher, obviously, thrash metal. Katana's original name was Sodom, and I mean Sodom was one of the big four of Germany, big four thrash metal bands of Germany. Abigail, obviously a King Diamond song, and Abigail looked like King Diamond. But I mean, you also had, I know that they changed out Poison, and I don't remember the other girl's name, but I mean, Poison obviously being a glam metal band, and then they changed them out for Sid and Billy. So, Sid Vicious and Billy Idol, and then you had Axl and Slash. So I mean, it was I liked the I did like the just the metal connection to all of it. It was really, really cool. But yeah, man, just Want to do a quick little unboxing to kind of get back into things. So let's get everything here into the shot. I want to thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the absence, but we're going to start putting out some more videos really soon. So until the next video, you guys take it easy.